Hey there, fellow car enthusiasts. Welcome back to another unique Project Cars video. This is Kingna, and as always, I've scoured the internet to find some quirky classics and wild projects that you just have to see. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let's get into it. Links are in the description for each one of these beauties. First up, we've got a 1968 Pontiac GTO project car, listed at just $6,500 in Hogansville, Georgia. This one's got no engine or transmission, but it's got history. It was a real deal NHRA super stock car in its racing days. So if you're in the mood to bring a muscle car back from the dead, this could be your next project. It's a roller with solid floors and quarters, but you'll have to get your hands dirty. She's missing her original 4-speed setup, though the VIN says she's the real thing. Next, we have a 1967 Oldsmobile Torino for $2,000 in Nevada, Iowa, and you'll want to act fast on this one. The seller's in a hurry to make space for a new toy, so it's priced to move. This gold and white beauty has a 455 swap and a transmission that still packs a punch. It's not a show car yet, needs a new radiator, and the rear turn signals are acting up, but it's a cruiser that starts up strong. It's basically a buy today, fix tomorrow kind of deal. Now, check out this 1948 Dodge Custom Coupe for $3,000 in Martinsville, Indiana. This baby is all original, down to the hubcaps. It's got a flathead engine and fluid drive transmission, but the brakes are a bit, well, questionable might be an understatement. One stop, maybe two, and you're out of brake power. But hey, originality comes with quirks, right? This one's perfect if you've got a soft spot for vintage charm and maybe a good mechanic on speed dial. For you hot rod fans, the 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air Gasser in Ephrata, Pennsylvania is listed at $18,500. This one's a patina-coated real-deal race car from the 60s and 70s, turned into a street beast. It's got a freshly rebuilt 396 big block, a Muncie 4-speed, and a Ford 9-inch rear end. This thing is about 98% finished, just needs some wiring and brake lines, and it's ready to tear up the streets again. If you want a piece of racing history, this is the one. If you're into classic Camaros, how about a 1979 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 for $9,000 in Woodsfield, Ohio? This T-top beauty is a solid candidate for a restoration. It's got the original build sheet, which makes it a real Z28, and the interior and body are in pretty good shape. The seller says it runs well and wouldn't take much to bring it back to its former glory. The 1965 Dodge Dart in Fallen Timber, Pennsylvania is going for $7,000 and is looking like a solid option for anyone who wants a vintage Mopar without breaking the bank. It's got a 273 V8, new plugs, distributor, exhaust, and a bunch of other recent work. You could drive this one as is or keep tinkering to make it perfect. Either way, it's a cool classic to add to your collection. And if you want something a bit more unique, the 1962 Ford Falcon Gasser Roller for $7,500 in French Lick, Indiana might catch your eye. It's got no engine or title yet, but this straight axle drag car comes with a ton of racing pedigree. Ford 9-inch rear with Ford 5/6 gears, a 10-point roll cage, and some serious potential if you're looking for your next Gasser project. For those who love something even more offbeat, the 1979 AMC Spirit drag car roller is available for $5,500 in Morning View, Kentucky. No title here either, but this thing is back-halved with a Ford 8-inch rear end and a full roll cage. It's basically a ready-to-go drag setup. Just throw in your drivetrain of choice and you're good to hit the strip. For Nova fans, we've got a 1974 Chevrolet Nova hatch from Thayer, Missouri, listed at $9,000. This car has a roll cage, race seats, and a turbo 350 transmission with a 3200 stall. The body is solid, but it could use some work, especially on the rear hatch. The car is set up for drag racing, but could easily be turned into a resto mod. The seller also has a 5.3-liter engine that goes with the car, though it hasn't been installed yet. And finally, we've got a Workhorse, a 1982 Chevrolet 2500 regular cab long bed for $6,500 in Summersville, Missouri. This 3/4-ton truck has a freshly rebuilt transmission with only 50 miles on it, and it's sitting on 38-inch Super Swampers. It's ready for some serious off-road action. Plus, the seller's throwing in some beadlock wheels, so you're getting even more bang for your buck. That wraps up today's selection of unique and quirky classics. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more awesome finds next week. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.